This is not urine, but if you can read, then you know what is it. So let's make some nitric acid. To make it, we'll need two components, potassium nitrate and sulfuric acid. If we look closely on nitrate, we'll see that it likes moisture, which we don't want. And sulfuric acid also has to be above 90%. I have concentration of around 95%. So first we have to weigh out our potassium nitrate. Here are my calculations, which also you can use. First number means density of sulfuric acid, which we multiply by volume. This gives us mass of acid we use. Then we divide it by molar mass of acid to calculate amount of acid we use. After we multiply by molar mass of potassium nitrate. Now when the mass is known, we can weigh it out. I take a little bit more because after I put it in oven, some water will vaporize. Overall, I took 100 grams of potassium nitrate just to be sure that sulfuric acid will fully react. Because you see, it has two hydrogens and potassium nitrate can react in equal proportions or 2 by 1. Mostly it reacts 1 by 1. Here we got our salt without any moisture. It doesn't behave as it was before. It's more like sand, I would say. Let's build our setup. I'll just put it here, and here, here. Yes, better to check all bolts and put clips on, just like this. Now let's talk about what we have here. This is a distillation setup with 250 ml round bottomed flask and condenser. Now I added salt as first. Also look out for big clutches of salt. And yes, here how it looks. It's time for acid. Yeah, this funnel is probably too long for this volumetric flask. Alright, I'll just put it here. We need 50 ml of sulfuric acid. And stopper, please get out. Yeah, like this. Alright, and a little bit of magic now. Pow. Yeah, make sure you have no acid spills or drops because it goes through everything. And your clothes too. Now get it into a flask. Almost forgot hose in and a hose with funnel on the end, which goes to sodium carbonate solution, just to prevent nitrogen dioxide coming out. Okay, now look at the flask. You'll see some liquid immediately condensed, but there is no visible reaction. So let's crank some heat. Azeotropic nitric acid boils at 120 degrees Celsius. Just to be sure, I made aluminum coat for flask. And let's just relax and look on the reaction. And we see first drops of acid. When there will be no liquid or little liquid, we turn off the heat. This is what we got after reaction. Just look at this. Now let's talk about nuances. First, check your joints and make sure they aren't leaking, because as you see, I had a little leak on my clips. Second thing, be careful with nitric acid. If some spills on hand, immediately wash it with big amounts of water. And last thing, that one time before made me only slight but changes to quality of acid. Do you remember that sodium carbonate solution to prevent leaks? Well, when you heat up setup, warm air extends and starts going out of setup. But after reaction, when it starts to cool down, pressure drops. So after reaction, please look at this hose, and when it starts to suck water, just take it out for a while, so pressure will normalize. Basic physics. Well, that's it for today. Subscribe to my channel and bye.